as we ask profound questions like, what will future generations inherit from us? And so as we move through understanding the effects of these impositions on our lands, on our language, on a way of life, on governance, on jurisprudence, on the dismantling of the family, on the reorganization of our communities, the exploitation of the resources, we try to make sense of the way in which all of these drive us, if we're not mindful of the past experiences, away from our core values. So from the extreme ways in which this federal pendulum swings back and forth, it is articulated best by a legal scholar, Felix Cohen, when he said that there is not another group of people in this country that have been more affected by policies conceived to destroy a group of people than have the American Indians. And like the American Indians, they serve symbolically like the miner's canary that tests the poisonous gases that is reflective upon the democratic faith of these United States of America. And so our work has been to examine, to understand how to unload this baggage that creates for the ways in which our communities are moving away from our core values, that is directly affecting our well-being, when in the beginning the gifts of the creators through our core values and connections had everything to do with a way of life defining the maintenance of our well-being mentally, physically, and spiritually. What a beautiful gift given to us that is our responsibility to sustain, so that future generations might inherit all that we have come to appreciate in the beauty of the realization of what it means to be a human being, what it means to be a person whose life is about giving and being in the service of others, that they might reap the beauty of the life of that spirit. As we ask profound questions like, what will future generations inherit from us? And so as
oh, 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 I, oh, 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 I, hang on somebody, Josie Tanaji, Henwit, and Hekinakiji, Sawon Chong, oh, 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 hang on somebody, Josie Tanaji, Henwit, and Hekinakiji, Sawon Chong, oh, 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 it's some way. Inagoyo ikotenyang tayo si o enyang kunda woha tayo si oh nang nuke we o ha ku tayo si nambit e wote wogere kunda woha tayo si oh, 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 I, oh, oh, ema kopi, iwe ra ha tayo se na we wo ape kunda wo ha tayo se oh, tampi iwerita yo sina wepoe Ake ove pijere kunda wo hatayo se. Oh, 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 ay, 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 oh, 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 hey. Hang o tsampare yo se tanai.
Well, good morning. It's Wednesday, January 16th. Amira hopa koetsi. Yata he. Abene. Keshe. Loloma. Sankidamo. Hey wobo. Alright, so yo, it's Will. Let's get the news started today. The general announcements. Once again, the message from the superintendent's office that we are going to resume the in-person classes starting Monday, the 31st. So there is going to be mandatory testing implemented. So we have news on that today and on the schedule for that. And we also have that on our website and Lisa's as well. And for on all the other news outlets that we have. There is a continued option for online learning up until March 10th or 11th, I believe. And today is the last day to notify the Office of Admissions if you want to use that online option for that up to that time. So make sure you contact Karen Dashno at 505-690-6293 before 4 p.m. today. And of course, we have our phase 1 opening of our sports events. So that means up until next week, we have no outside spectators. And when students and staff return next week, we'll be at a 25% capacity. Masks and social distancing are required at the games. And also the information on the re-entry testing. So all students and staff are required to take a COVID-19 test upon return to SFIS. For students, we do have on Sunday, January 31st from 1 to 6 p.m. Report to the Pueblo Pavilion for the testing center. Make sure you check in with your student ID and scan in. You must wait around for the results before checking into the dormitory. If you test negative, you will be given a wristband so you can check into the dorm. If you test positive, then you will have to do the isolation at home until you are clear. And for day students, we will have testing when you return on Monday at 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So there will be regular bus service, and once you get here, you'll be tested at the testing center. So if you are a day student, you can come on Sunday and take the test beforehand, so that way you can go to class afterwards. And then afterwards, the staff and students will be randomly assigned testing starting on February 11th. So that means staff and students will be selected to do like a testing. If you want to take the testing will be every Friday. So if you still want to take the test every Friday, that is open for you. And our message to our students, we still have a couple days of virtual learning, so we want to make sure that you are keeping up and checking in with your teachers and making sure that you're coming to class for the next couple of days. And we still have our phone system outage, so make sure you check out these phone numbers in case you need to contact any of these departments, especially the IT help desk, and the COVID testing is important. And we do have our high school academics and attendance offices open. You have any attendance issues, please call the Paul or Trevor at the phone numbers. And then of course this week we have our virtual learning still, and this Friday is an even Friday, so we have Brave Connections and Health and Wellness, so please log on for those. Today is an odd day, Wednesday odd day. continue virtual learning, make sure that you are attending your class at the regular scheduled times, and turn on your cameras and keep up with your work. And then if you need an ID, please contact me at wpacheco@sfisonline.org, and we'll have your ID when you return to school. Clubs and organizations. All right, we don't have any news yet. We do have after-school tutoring available Monday through Thursday. So if you need to make an appointment, I have a tutoring session this afternoon. So make sure you contact Vanessa at vmlewis@sfisonline.org or call her at 505-699-2973 to make arrangements for tutoring. Sports Roundup. All right, so last night our Braves played. Today our Lady Braves host St. Mike's here on campus, and unfortunately we won't have any outside spectators to the game, but we will have it streaming on our website. And softball and baseball tryouts. So Monday when you return, it's going to be at 4 o'clock to 5:30 p.m. at the softball and baseball fields. And we want to continue to recognize our alumnus Hunter Garcia. Way to go, Hunter! And then a little blurb about our team last night. The Braves came up short against St. Mike's. It's was 54-37, and there is an article in today's Santa Fe New Mexican, so check that out. It has been a while since our Braves played, but way to go! Our Braves host Raton this weekend. And quote of the day is. It's actually a little autobiography about Tony Reyna. He was twice named governor of Taos. Tony Reyna has lived a life of service to his people, his community, his country. While serving in the army during World War II, he spent 3.5 years as a prisoner of war, captured by the Japanese along with hundreds of other New Mexico soldiers in the Philippines. He was sent on the Bataan Death March. He was tortured and forced to bury hundreds of people, his best son among them. Determination kept me going, he remembers. I had a family, a home to come back to, said Tony. This is courtesy of Santa Fe LivingTreasures.org. And Tony lived to be 100 years old. He had passed away a few years ago, from 1916 to 2016. What a very nice, long life. All right, and today's word of the day. Wherewithal. Wherewithal. So what the necessary resources or means, especially financial means. So you have the wherewithal to buy a new car, or wherewithal. So that's a very interesting thing with that. Dr. Evil said wherewithal. All right, and thanks again for listening to today's bulletin. I'm going to show you this week's birthday. And we want to wish everybody again happy birthday. If it was a birthday this week, wish you a very happy birthday, and especially if you have a birthday weekend coming up. And in our credits, and you guys have a great day. Enjoy your weekend, or your Wednesday. Sorry, I almost said weekend, but it's a hump day, so make sure you enjoy your day, and we'll look forward to seeing you on campus on Zoom this morning and this afternoon.
Ask profound questions like, what will future generations inherit from us? And so as we move through understanding the effects of these impositions on our lands, on our language, on our way of life, on governance, on jurisprudence, on the dismantling of the family, on the reorganization of our communities, the exploitation